Sounds like.
Right, so this is the thing. Like, let me put this in the air. Right, I ain't battled in almost 3 years, and a lot of niggas be like, "Yo, Daylyt retired." I never said I retired. A lot of people's like, "Yo, he retired." I never said I retired. I never said I don't watch battle rap. I never said I don't really care about the shit like that. As far as like, I don't want to be a part of it. The main reason, I'm gonna put this in the air, and I want y'all to understand this. The main reason why I left battle rap is I had to sit down and reflect on my own life and my own career as an individual. So when the ARP thing happened with King Los, I still don't know what happened. Like, I'm still confused. He can say that I didn't give him the trailer and I possibly, that can't be it. That's not enough to cancel the whole battle. And that's not enough to not talk to me leading up to the battle when we have had the best relationship for the past 4 or 5 years. So I was like completely like, I'm like, yo, this shit like Illuminati confirmed on some shit. Like maybe some higher ups reached out to. I didn't know, bro. I was hurt. So when I sat back, after that battle didn't happen, I sat back and I was like, I don't know these niggas. All of these lead owners, I thought they was my friends. They not my friend. And that was the thing. I've been looking.
What's going on, people? I'm your host, Double R, and you're now tuned in to Retro Rob Television, man. Let's talk some battle rap, shall we? I came across this video. I just got in from working out. Then I had to go run and pick up some fruits and stuff like that. Some kale greens for my meal tonight. Yeah, Double R eating healthy, people. But I came across this video, right? And it was Daylyt. This is what I do it for, people. If you wanna know why, and you trying to figure out why I do what I do, this is the reason. What Daylyt just said. I found out that these guys are not my friends. Newsflash, Daylyt. Those guys were never your friend. And salute to you for getting that. You know, because there's a lot of people in battle rap right now, particularly the battle rappers, because they are the assets, that don't get that. They're so blinded by the money or what have you, whatever it is. They start not to see what's really truly going on. And some of it got to do with them, you know, and their inability to present the full package. What I mean, show up to battles with all 3 full rounds, just basically do their jobs. You'll be surprised, people, how easy things would be if people would actually come to do their jobs. I know a lot of y'all have been in buildings and been in places, retail stores, whatever. People seem like they got attitudes, they faces all tight, they all grumpy and all mean. At the end of the day, I didn't ask you to get that job. I didn't ask you to choose this. You chose this. So at the end of the day, you shouldn't take your anger in what you chose out on me. But I'm saying that to say this about the Daylyt situation. And I know a lot of people will say, well, ARP is not white. It ain't really got nothing to do with color. Black people, so-called black people, we always go for the flash. We always go for the money. We always go for benefit in a nutshell. And we always respect the word of the white man. Daylyt ain't mad because of what he said he's mad for. Daylyt is mad because Daylyt trusted a lot of people that he shouldn't have trusted. And you're gonna say, well, that's what Daylyt is saying. That's not what Daylyt is really saying. Daylyt is trying to find a way to point the finger instead of taking accountability. That's exactly what Daylyt is doing, because majority of the people in this world do that, particularly my people. Always try to point the finger, and I'm willing to bet you once ARP, because ARP is going to see this, he's going to hear this, and he's going to respond. Organic, all of them. When you're talking about R.B.E. and King of the Dot, when they see this and hear this, they're going to have something to say, you know. And I know Daylyt, I ain't gonna say he don't give a fuck, but he gonna give a fuck because he give a fuck now, you know. He care now. But the thing is that Daylyt isn't taking accountability. And when you don't take accountability, things get ugly. Things get real ugly. Because at the end of the day, Daylyt is looking for people to blame. Instead of saying, because he said, well, they didn't reach out to me. They could have reached out to me. And you know what I tell people that say that to me? That phone worked both ways. That phone worked both ways. But what people like to do, we like to point the finger. Same way with me with the YouTube thing. It's a lot of things. There's a lot of little fucked up stuff that happened to me experiencing this YouTube thing. Still happening. Still going on. There's a lot of channels that I look at that's being fucked over by YouTube. But at the end of the day, I just keep rolling. I just keep chugging. And a lot of people respect me, and a lot of people are subscribed to me and rock with me beyond YouTube because of that. I'm not gonna keep complaining in every video. I see a lot of my favorite YouTube channels complaining in every video about what YouTube is doing. YouTube not sending out the notifications. Y'all probably heard me talk about that maybe 2-3 times. Other than that, I don't really care because I know what it is, man. When you know how a motherfucker is playing it, you just got to find a way to counter it or just ignore it if you know what it is. Daylyt isn't taking accountability, man. But I want to continue to play this to break it down because Daylyt is basically saying what I've been saying this whole time and what I've been standing for and representing this whole time. These leagues don't fuck with you. These leagues never fuck with you. And if they did fuck with you at the beginning, we already know how things go when money get involved. We already know. Daylyt got to take some accountability as well. And I know a lot of you Daylyt fans ain't going to want to hear that. These battle rappers have to take accountability as well. Yeah, Daylyt has done a lot for the culture. Yes, he has. In a good way. And he's also done a lot bad for the culture. That's the life of being who Daylyt is. You want to get the bad, you want to get the good. But that phone works both ways, Daylyt. That phone works both ways. You can get in contact, set up a meeting to meet with them. And you could have spoken to them. See, and the thing that irritates me the most, particularly about my people, is not only do we point the finger, but we are so hard. We are more harder on each other, and we let other races just get away with murder, get away with cold-blooded murder. And then when we get screwed over, either our feelings are severely hurt because we never thought we would get fucked over, when historically, we've been fucked over by other races time and time again, even up until to this point. But we just show other races so much respect and so much love. And we treat each other like shit. And I'm talking both ways. I'm talking ARP and I'm talking Daylyt. The situation with Organic and all of them showing the white people too much respect. And this is why I always tell y'all, as much of a genius you think Daylyt is, or you feel Daylyt is, as much of a genius as you think all these other celebrities are. They're never smart where it really counts. But you know what? We start getting a little money. We start getting a little, you know what? And we start thinking we the shit. That's what happened with Daylyt. Daylyt got a little money. Daylyt start getting, and then he'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not about the fame. I'm not about this. I'm not about that. Anybody will say anything to justify what they doing wrong. Anybody will say anything to justify their wrongdoings. At the end of the day, if Daylyt is going to take this route, he is just as wrong as the people he's blaming.
That these niggas like friends this whole time. Yeah. They never was my friends. They never had the best interest in me. I used to be like, yo, yeah, I battle for X, Y, Z amount. I want to put on a classic for the culture. I want to do this for the culture. I help. It's a small lead. I got you. We friends. Yeah. That was never in their mind.
Let's be honest, Daylyt. Let's keep it a buck. And I ain't gonna even say I know I'm about to ruffle a lot of niggas' feathers. That's what I do. And I take pleasure in doing it because at the end of the day, niggas ain't gonna get away with what they get away with or what they think they getting away with. Let's be honest, Daylyt. At the end of the day, you just as wrong as they is. Did you ever go to ARP and voice how you feel like you're doing now? Did you go to Organic now and tell them this? No, you got caught up like you always have been doing. You got caught up in your persona. You got caught up in the gimmicks. You got caught up in your own ego, in your own hype, and you were blinded to the things that were more important. When you do, like, you'll be surprised. And this is not to go in on Daylyt, but I gotta call a spade a spade. Now he took time. You'll be surprised when you meditate, you sit down, you take some time to yourself, you get away from the outside world, you get away from the outside people, and you stay and you go somewhere privately. You'll be surprised how much you'll learn. Not just about the life around you, but your own self. But see, Daylyt got the life around him part, the people around him, but he didn't get the self part. And majority of the people don't, particularly my people, don't, because we first go off of pointing the finger. This person did this person did that person fucked me over, that person treated me wrong. But you never look within self. Because sometimes when you look, most of the time, when you look within self, you'll find all you need to find.
I sat back and I said, these niggas really don't care about me. They only care about their platform. They only care about getting their product, and that's it.
Be honest, Daylyt. Did you really give a fuck about them when you was doing what you was doing? Did you give a fuck about that league when you shitted on the stage? Did you think about Smack when you went up on his set and you caused all them problems trying to get your money. At the end of the day, we have to take accountability for what we do wrong. Because once you take accountability for what you do wrong, then you will find majority of the answers. Then after that, you can put the pieces to the puzzle together. But until we find out what's wrong within us, we won't be able to solve the problem.
I'm sitting out of battle rap until these niggas realize what I'm worth. I'm worth a lot. Yeah. I did so much shit for fuck.
You've been worth a lot, black brother. And all my black brothers and all my black sisters, so-called, are worth a lot. Worth more than we can even imagine. But now when you talk about the talent aspect of it, what I'm basically saying is this. I don't want to keep rambling on about it. What I'm basically saying is this. Daylyt knew the info he was info. Now, kudos to Daylyt for finally taking a stance on the situation and moving forward, trying to half-ass correct the situation. But what you can't do is just point the finger and act like it's everybody else's fault instead of your own. Yes, it's their fault. But it was their fault before you signed up. You know how these motherfuckers go. And it's going to be a lie. It's going to be a jackass that's going to say, well, Daylyt didn't know. He grew up in the business with them. At the end of the day, you might not know about those particular people, but you know how the business goes. You know how business goes.
500, 400,000 free, no names, John Smo. Yeah, it's a millions of small leads and no name niggas that I brung in the battle rap. I said, you know what? I'm worth a lot. I've been cutting myself short.
The question I want to ask is, Daylyt, why you didn't tell at that time when you was selling out all these venues and you were making a league, supposedly making the league so much money, why you didn't let them know then? Why you didn't inform them then? Because this is what they're going to say. I can guarantee you that. This is what they're going to say. Why you didn't say nothing then? Why you're just saying something now? And Daylyt is very, very smart. When you are as smart and articulate as Daylyt, you get no excuses. You get no excuses. In my mind, you knew the info that you was info. Like, you can't make no mistakes. Because motherfuckers like me, motherfuckers like Daylyt, that see the forest before the trees, as my grandmother would say it, we get no excuses because we know what's the fuck going on. We know what's going on before it even go the fuck on. This is why I know what the fuck Daylyt is going through. And this is why I'm not going to let Daylyt or his little fanboys, whether they do it or not, cuddle this nigga. Because at the end of the day, Daylyt know everything else. He goes on his channel and he drop mad gems. He drop mad jewels. Give mad game. And you mean to tell me you couldn't sit down years ago and have a conversation with ARP, with Organic, and say what you're saying now? You gotta take accountability, people.
For way too long. Yeah. I'm sitting out till somebody give me what I'm worth. That was literally it. So I set out. I got the offers throughout the years. You know, people, yo, Day, we got 15 for you. I'm good. Yo, Day, we got 20 for you. I'm good. Yo, Day, we got 40 for you. I'm good. I don't hear y'all, because one of the reasons why I don't hear y'all is based off the simple fact, back pay. It's back pay. Like the things that I've done for these leagues, the things that I've done for people as in general, like battle.
For all of my people that's on my channel and that's been supporting me for a very long time, y'all know how many videos I've done, how much content, how many videos I've done, how much content I've done. You know, didn't get paid a dime. Didn't get paid nothing at all. YouTube credited me out, wouldn't send out my notifications, wouldn't do this, do that. Didn't complain, Holly, if ever. I might have said this is what YouTube is doing because a lot of people hit me up and be like, well, Retro Rob, I didn't get the notifications or what's going on. I'll tell them. But for the most part, I kept chugging. I kept going on and on because I know who's running YouTube. I know who's in charge of YouTube. And whether they're black or whether they're white, I know that money don't discriminate when it comes to fucking over people. Money don't discriminate. When it's about money and it's about benefit, people don't discriminate on people. And Daylyt know this more than anybody, better than anybody. So for him to get in this interview and to call himself pouring out his heart or, you know, telling the people how he feel and shit like that, this shit is irrelevant to me. But the only reason why I'm breaking it down is to show you all an example of these battle rappers, man. They better take notice. They better take notes. We seen similar situations with Murder Mook. We seen similar situations with Low Deluxe. Y'all better take notes because this is what we talking about. You do all that clowning around and all that bullshitting around, and when it's time to go to the table, You ain't got to pat the piss in or window to throw it out. Now, to me personally, a lot of people will say, well, Daylyt is doing good. He is doing good. But to me personally, he just burned the bridge with ARP. He just burned the bridge with King of the Dot. Because at the end of the day, they didn't handle business well, and they're not going to take ownership of that because they feel like they're above Daylyt and everybody else. And Daylyt is not going to take ownership and accountability because he don't feel like he should. He don't feel like he needs to. So now we at a standstill. We at a situation where bridge is burned on both sides. And Daylyt got money. Daylyt gonna be good. But at the end of the day, do you really want to burn the bridge, especially when you're just as responsible for this shit as is the people that you're blaming? I don't get it. I don't get it, people. I don't get his angle, but I do get his angle. Daylyt is once again being a king troll. He's once again being an attention whore. That's what Daylyt does. That's who Daylyt is. Let's continue.
Rap owed me trillions of dollars, dog. Trillions, like trillions. Like, let's take King of the Dot for example. Like, I stopped battling on King of the Dot, and I want to make this loud and clear. I'm never battling on King of the Dot again, and never battling on R.B.E again.
He gonna make that clear. You listen. He never is gonna battle on R.B.E or King of the Dot ever again. He's gonna make that clear. I hope y'all heard that. All right, let's continue.
Make that loud and clear. Ever. One of the reasons why is I really trusted y'all as people, and I literally cared for y'all as people. So when I found out the back end of everything that's been happening,
he said he found out the back end. There's going to be a clown. Trust me. There's going to be a clown or a Daylyt fanboy, fangirl that's going to come on here and that's going to say, well, he found out that they fucked him over on the back end. It don't take you this long to figure out whether or not somebody fucked you over on the back end. So you mean to tell me if, okay, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight, they know about, I'm going to use an analogy that a lot of y'all can understand. Cassidy does his battle with Joe Blow, whoever. You don't think Cassidy know before the battle how much he's going to make for the battle up front and what he's going to make live gate and what he's going to make on the back end off of pay-per-view and all of that shit and the live gate and all that shit? You don't think Cassidy know? So all of a sudden, years later, you just starting to find out what you was actually supposed to make on the back end. And I know it's going to be a lot of people that's going to say, nah, he's not talking about that, Double R. See, I know y'all. He's not talking about that, Double R. He's talking about all the things that he's done. And we said, and I'll say again, why didn't Daylyt say it then? After Daylyt put in all that work, why didn't he say it those times? Why he wait until now to say something? And I'm saying this because this is what ARP is going to say. I can guarantee you that. This is what Organic is going to say. I guarantee you that. Why wait until now? So now that makes you look like a fake nigga, Daylyt. That makes you look like an attention whore, Daylyt. Because that's exactly what it is. Because you didn't say nothing before, now you're saying something now. That's making it seem like you're looking for attention. You're looking for somebody to feel sorry for you. That's what it's looking like to me. I don't know what it's looking like to y'all, but that's what it's looking like to me. Why say something now? You took time to think about it, cool. But just because you took time to think about it and realized it, that don't mean that now you deserve anything. That's some real shit. Just because I took time, just like if somebody fucked me over, my landlord and them fucked me over, and I realized that they took more money or I gave them more money than I should have given them, and then 3 years later, I figure out that how much I gave them, and I would go back and I want to go back and ask them, oh yeah, y'all owe me like $1,000 worth of rent. They gonna look at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Because I am in the music industry now, so I understand publishing, I understand all type of stuff. When I found out the back ends, people had sponsors. It was all type of shit that niggas was making bread from my battles. People paying to put their videos in front of my battles. It was all type of shit. And I was like, but these are the same niggas that said they only had, okay, cool. Y'all got that. So this goes to R.B.E, this goes to King of the Dot. If y'all ever want me to see, if you ever want to see me on any of them platforms, I need at least $4 million off the gate. That's no cap. And that ain't because that's what I want. That's back pay. That's back pay because in all actuality, and I can say this with all my heart,
I'm pretty sure Smacking them screwed them over as well. I'm pretty sure Smacking them screwed them over. To me, this is really cap. He said there's no cap, but to me, this is cap. To me, this is a way to get more money, to finesse him his way into a big bag. You know, that's all the fuck it is when it boils down to it, because what he's doing don't make sense. Okay, they fucked you over. You found out that they owed you a lot on the back end. Okay, why say anything now about it? Why say anything now about it? And then why go this route? Now, I don't know what happened behind the scenes. He might have reached out to him and they was like, screw you, or they ignored him. But at the end of the day, this is cap to me. This is Daylyt knowing that he's going to battle on a URL. His next couple battles is probably going to be, well, his next battle is going to be on URL between Tay Rock. But the one after that probably will definitely be on URL as well with Loaded Lux. So he know that he's about to take off. See, it takes a genius to know a genius. But it just so happened that Daylyt is not as wise as he think he is. See, that's the problem. These celebrities get so caught up in their status, because you got to realize Daylyt status comes from him battle rapping. It does not come from him being an activist. It does not come from him being whatever he's trying to claim or portray to be. His status comes from battle rap. And now what Daylyt is doing, he's burning the bridges around him. He's burning those bridges. I know a lot of people ain't gonna like what I'm saying, but of course, you ain't gonna like what I'm saying because you don't understand what I'm saying. A lot of y'all don't understand. See, people feel what they don't understand and they hate what they don't understand. It's okay. I get it. You'll get it 10 years from now, just like Daylyt getting this shit now. But at the end of the day, man, I don't like this, man. I don't like this. At the end of the day, Daylyt is a grown man. He gonna do what he wanna do, and he gonna reap the benefits or suffer the consequences.
Wasn't for me, King of the Dot would not be able to compete with URL at all. I am the only nigga over there that made it acceptable for other black niggas to go over there and rap this style. Prior to that, y'all was fucking with Hollow Hand and all them niggas.
You see what Daylyt is doing now? Daylyt, I wouldn't even put it past Daylyt to be doing this shit on purpose. I wouldn't even put it past him. Because that's what a genius would do. That's not something that I would do. Because I don't roll like that. I got something called morals, principles. You know, if you treat me with respect, I'm going to treat you with respect. But at the end of the day, I can't sit around having a temper tantrum, because that's exactly what he's having. He's having an adult tantrum. That's what Daylyt is having right now. And a lot of you clown ass niggas is going to be like, well, wouldn't you do it? If this screws you over, if that YouTube been screwing me over forever. Truth be told, a lot of my subscribers been screwing me over forever. If it don't apply to you, if the shoe don't fit, then it don't relate to you. But a lot of my subscribers and a lot of my people fuck me over when I said Cassidy lost. A lot of people still fucking me over. I done put out content after content over the years, and motherfuckers wasn't really supporting me like that. So at the end of the day, you can't speak on, if this is you, you can't speak on this. You can't speak on what I'm saying right now. If you've been fucking people over, or you've been coming into my channel and my live, and you've been looking at my videos, but you ain't been hitting that motherfucking like button, if you've been coming into my videos and you ain't been subscribing, then you ain't got shit to say about what I'm saying right now about this. At the end of the day, Daylyt is dead motherfucking wrong. He's dead wrong. Now, about the money situation, he's dead wrong about that as well, because you should have said something at that time.
Ender and all them niggas, I made it cool.
So now you talking about, so now you're not just going at and condemning the King of the Dot and R.B.E, but now you're taking shots at the battle rappers, because you're saying that you made King of the Dot what it is. So you're not just taking shots at Organic and them. You're taking shots at the battlers, because a lot of them are looking at this like, man, I played a part in making that motherfucker what it is. Everybody is talking about, man, I played at least a piece of what that motherfucker is today. I contribute a piece. So now you disrespecting the people that put their blood, sweat, and tears on the line to make King of the Dot what it is. So now you taking shots at them. It's your ego. What they always say, people, pride always go before the fall, or however it go. Y'all know how it go. This is what's going on with Daylyt right now. And to me, this is very disturbing. This is very disturbing, because I came into this thing, and I still salute the Daylyt, because he knows his worth. That's what I'm saluting. I'm saluting because I talk about this. This is what I stand for. When I talk this battle rap shit, or when I talk anything, I'm about that brother. I'm about that sister. I'm about my people getting their worth. My people getting the fuck what the fuck they deserve. But what I'm not about is pointing the fucking finger. What I'm not about is you out here having a grown man tantrum, trying to take the spotlight, get it, light, trying to take the spotlight away from everybody else because you feeling hurt right now. That's what bitches do. That's what females do. And that's what a lot of you clown ass niggas do right now. And Daylyt ain't no different right now. I'm just telling it like it is. If it sound harsh, then you probably the one I'm talking about. I'm not for motherfuckers pointing the finger when they don't get their way, when years later, you wasn't man enough to address them people at that time.
Who to rap like this on King of the Dot. They never looked at it like that. Yeah. They never looked at it like, this is our poster boy. We should invest a lot into this nigga because I know that is the other side over there. I literally turned my back on URL to fuck with King of the Dot. What?
If anybody is the poster boy for King of the Dot, it's Pat Stay. If anybody, it ain't nobody the poster boy because everybody contribute. But if anybody, if I was to pick one person, Pat Stay would be that person. And Daylyt lost to Pat Stay, by the way. I was about to say, and I don't even think Daylyt can fuck with Pat Stay. But matter of fact, Daylyt lost to him. And a lot of people gonna say, well, Daylyt was doing the antics. He wasn't rapping. Who fault is that? Daylyt was rapping a little bit in that one. And he still lost in that portion of it. Y'all can't challenge none of what I'm saying right now because you know it's all facts. I told you I don't talk unless it's fact. At the end of the day, that's Daylyt fault. That's Daylyt fault. Daylyt wanted to get on there and act like a clown, act like a straight mental show. Let's call it what it is. He want to be the one talking about, Illuminati and all this shit and all that. But wasn't Daylyt conducting himself like a person that's in the Illuminati conduct themselves? Wasn't he out there wearing the little dresses? Matter of fact, wasn't Daylyt in a Young Thug video with a pink dress on? Daylyt, all of the antics and shit, they shitting on stage. Daylyt is a walking fucking minstrel show. But he want to talk about the Illuminati and the secret society. See, it's these type of motherfuckers that I don't deal with. Hypocrites. Straight up hypocrites. That's why I had to detach myself from them clowns. The so-called real BRC. I had to detach myself from them clowns. Because at the end of the day, this is real battle rap. We're genuine. We real. But when it's time to be real and say Cassidy lost, you niggas can't do it. At the end of the day, man, like, man, it's crazy, man. This shit is crazy. And I know a lot of motherfuckers gonna feel some type of way. Who gives a fuck? Take your feelings and shove them up your ass and jump off the Ben Franklin Bridge.
I literally turned down URL battles because I'm like, I want to fight the machine. I'm gonna fuck with y'all. Them niggas should have treated me like that. They should have said, you know what?
We gonna keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, people. Because this is what I do. He in my wheelhouse now. I joined the URL because I said I want to fight the machine. How are you fighting the machine when you're acting like the fucking machine? Y'all know I ain't lying. Everything Daylyt has done, he started off in battle rap with a fucking Spawn mask on his face. Even before that. I know he had it for a long time. Before, I know clowns will come over here and try to... See, that's what people do. What people do is once you start telling the truth and it's their, the person that they infatuated or the person that they stand for, once you start talking about them in a light that they don't feel is proper, they start looking for little things to try to counter what you're saying instead of looking at what you're saying for what it is. Daylyt, for over a decade, has been a clown, even up until now. That's a fact. Daylyt, for those of y'all who didn't understand, has been a clown for over a decade. And now you expect me to feel sympathy for him? Daylyt is partly the reason that URL is what it is. Daylyt is part of the reason that King of the Dot is what it is. Daylyt is part of the reason that every league that he stepped foot on is that it is what it is. In a positive way, but more so in a negative way. When we talking about why battle rap is what it is today, part of that is due to Daylyt being a clown. Let's tell it, let's be honest, people. Let's tell it like it is. I know you niggas is mad. I know y'all in y'all feelings. But you can't stop it because it's facts. You can't shut it down because it's facts. I'm all for it. Let me reiterate this. Yeah, I'm all for Daylyt wanting what he deserved and realizing he didn't get what the fuck he deserved. But what I'm not for, again, is him ranting like he ranting right now. Because this is some attention whore shit. This is some troll shit. And that's Daylyt MO. That's his MO. You can't talk about, see, I notice what Daylyt does is he try to Jedi mind tricks on people when he don't get his motherfucking way. This is Daylyt way of having a grown man tantrum. This is his way of having a grown man tantrum. He ain't getting his way. So now all of a sudden, everybody is Illuminati. Everybody try to screw him over. He going against the machine. It's Daylyt versus everybody. He done put in all the work. Everybody else ain't do shit. Yeah, you put in some work. But you also, why the motherfucking leagues is the way they is now. You rap that stupid shit. You act stupid like the rest of these niggas do. You get out here and act like a straight up minstrel show. You condone all that fuckery. But then you go off into your little hiding place, into your videos, and you start talking about, man, they against me, or they trying to do me cruddy, or I just went in this thing the whole time. I told you, Daylyt is like the motherfuckers when you bust a nigga ass in pause. When you kill a nigga in basketball or in Madden or 2K, oh, my controller wasn't working. Oh, I wasn't serious that time. I'm serious now. Who fault is that? Who fault is that you was getting on stage shitting? Or trying to shit? Who fault was that you was getting on stage and acting like a walking minstrel show? Who fault was that, Daylyt? You ain't gonna never say that. You ain't gonna never say that. But you damn sure gonna point the finger at everybody else.
We gonna make sure you get the most of the most because we know we need you. Look at the shift now, it's over. Do you care about the King of that battle? No. Nobody does, bro. No, go book, all right. Without a street.
You know what this remind me of? This remind me of when Kanye went on his little rant and he was going in on Jay-Z and all them. You want to know why people didn't believe Kanye and they didn't really rock with Kanye when he did that? It's because they seen Kanye hugged up with Jay-Z. Pause. They seen Kanye around Jay-Z, calling Jay-Z his big brother. They seen Daylyt around King Organic, around ARP. And he's just openly admitted, I thought those was my brothers. I thought those was my friends. That's why people don't believe you. Both of y'all wasn't in it on genuine grounds. You was in it to make money. Oh, they was in it to make money off you. You was in it to make money, and they was in it to make money off of you. Point blank period. So all this other, to me, this is some crybaby shit. This is some whining. Because years later, you addressing this shit. Why you didn't address it years ago when it was going on? And don't give me that bullshit. Daylyt know everything else. Don't give me that bullshit. Oh, he just starting to find out. You didn't listen to him. He just starting to figure that out. Okay, if he just starting to figure it out and you believe that shit, you as dumb as he's trying to portray to be. Come on, man. I don't like this. This is some crybaby shit. You a grown ass man.
Oh, nigga. Go book a Bender versus Rome, or go book a Rome versus, I don't know, nigga, Tycoon. Nah, I can't even do tax like that because tax my nigga. Go book a Rome versus somebody and make that a King of the Dot match. Huh? Huh? Who cares? Who cares? Nobody. So
now he about to degrade the league. This is how niggas is. This is why other black people don't trust black people. This is why I don't trust a lot of black people. It's because one day niggas is your best friend and they cool, and then the next day niggas stab you in your back. He your worst enemy. I don't understand how niggas go from being real tight to just one of the worst people you've ever known. All over some bullshit. Basically. Let's continue.
Damn, bro. So that's where I'm at right now. So going back to this URL battle, because I know y'all probably like, damn, if that's the numbers he talking, what he got for this URL battle? All right.
That's what it's about. See, here's the thing. This is what people do, and y'all know I ain't lying. This is all facts. People will talk bullshit from the beginning, the middle, and right at the very end, they will tell you what their intentions was the whole time. People will talk bullshit until at the very, very end, that's when they'll tell you what their true intentions was. Daylyt know he has a battle coming up with Tay-Rock. Daylyt know he has a battle coming up against Loaded Lux. He knows this, and he know it's not going to be on neither King of the Dot nor R.B.E. He knows that. So now he's basically getting his Cassidy on. He's basically getting his Murder Mook on. If you want me, then I'm gonna need a hell of a lot more. It's not about how he got screwed over, because he know if it's about that, then he's just as responsible as they. He want to get more money. He want to finagle his way into them. I know this, and I told y'all, my family was my first teachers. I know this. See, a lot of y'all don't understand this because a lot of y'all ain't really gone through shit. And the people that have gone through shit understand this very, very well. A lot of y'all haven't gone through shit. And a lot of y'all do understand it, but because y'all so much of a fanboy to this man, y'all gonna ignore it. Y'all gonna act like I ain't speaking fact. That's what a lot of clown, cornball ass niggas do. Let's continue.
Now I'm gonna give y'all some business sense. This goes to all the up and coming battle rappers, and it's something that the industry nigga.
Now he want to give niggas business. Typical black people shit. Typical black people. Typical shit coming from my people. Typical shit. All this time I've been giving people business game. Where the fuck is Daylyt business game been at? And a lot of people gonna say, Daylyt said on his channel, Daylyt do this, do that. Now all of a sudden, I'm gonna give y'all some game. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell because you mad. But how you gonna tell anybody anything when you just exposed on how you got fucked over in business? You just exposed how you got screwed over. How you thought motherfuckers was your friend. How motherfuckers was playing with your numbers behind your back. Now you want to give some advice to the other up and coming battle rappers? Get the fuck out of here, Daylyt. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, this is something that the labels ain't telling you to understand. As an up and coming battle rapper, your view count is worth money. You have to get.
Now you about to talk a whole bunch of shit motherfuckers already know. Yeah, but that's all I wanted to say, man. You know, I ain't mean to go in and do that like that, but people full of shit, man. People is full of shit, particularly my people, man. And I love my people. But come on now, we got to stop. In order to clean a lot of this shit up we got going on, we gotta have a talk with ourselves first. You had to talk to yourself and realize that you got screwed over. But you didn't take accountability for what you did. And for that, you ain't got to worry about King of the Dot and them wanting you back. Because they probably won't take you back after this. And neither would I. Because you have a temper tantrum and now you want to go to the public and try to make it seem like we screwed you over when you didn't come to us to begin with and tell us about, you know, these problems and shit you had. I ain't got nothing else to say, man. Salute to my people. I'm out.